Good day, writers. I'm excited because today we are going to be generating ideas for our very own memoir. So, last week we had the opportunity to read a couple of examples of memoirs that were written by published authors. And we learned that a memoir can be structured in a couple of different ways. So, it could be written more as like a narrative story, or it could be written more like an essay, or it really could be a mixture of both, depending on whatever you want it to be. But really, the most important thing to take away is not really the structure, but more that it's a piece of writing that's about something very, very significant to the writer. Um, and today, what we are going to do is take a look at some strategies for writing personal narrative entries. So, we're going to try out a strategy for writing more of a story structured type of entry. Okay. And the idea here is that we're going to generate some, different entries over the course of the next couple of weeks before you actually decide which of those you're going to use in your final memoir. So we're giving ourselves some time just to generate and collect ideas here. So today we're really focusing on collecting stories from our lives. All right, so let's take a look at some of these different strategies. Okay, so we have 6 different strategies that we'll take a look at, and you'll be trying one of these today. The first one is to think of a person who really matters to you. So you might not have to think too hard about this. You could be thinking about a person that you live with and that you're with right now. It could be a person that maybe you haven't seen in a while since all of us are home. It could be even somebody that maybe you don't know very well, but they've made a really big or deep impact on you. The next strategy is you can think of first times, last times, or times that you realized something in your life. So, I don't know, I'm thinking just for examples of first times, like maybe the first time that you came to Alton Road, or the first time that you tried a sport, or the first time that you went on an airplane. Last times could be, I don't know, maybe the last time that you had to use training wheels on your bicycle, or the last time that you visited your grandparents' house. Also, last times could sometimes be a little bit sad. Like it could be the last time that you saw somebody. Because keep in mind that we do want to write about something that's a moment that's really important to us and that was really impactful. So it's okay if you write about something that's not always super happy. That's okay. Sometimes we'll find that memoirs are about serious topics, but it's okay to explore that. You can also think about a strong feeling that you have. So maybe you can think about a specific situation or event that you were a part of, and maybe you focus more on that feeling that you had inside. You can also consider, just like we were looking at people, you can think about a place that's really important to you. So obviously, we're all in our homes right now, so our homes are very important to us. But you can even think outside of that box, outside of your home, and you can think of maybe places that you visited frequently, or it could be even a place that like you only went to one time, but it made a really profound impact on you. The next one is you can notice small moments and capture them in your entries. So this one might be a little bit tricky to do today if you haven't really been thinking about noticing small moments, but maybe it could be something that you consider down the road as we continue to collect ideas. So maybe we just, you can try to be a little bit more aware of the things that you observe around you. And then the last one is that you can possibly take another author's words from a book that you've read or a short story or even poetry, and you can use those words to spark your own ideas. Um, they could spark ideas about something in your life that you want to write about. So after you look through these different strategies, you're going to select one. The next thing that you can do is you're going to create an entry in your digital reader's notebook. And you're going to, if you need to, create a list. So, like for example, if I were to choose, let's say, first times, I might want to make a list of lots of different first times. And then eventually I'm going to pick one, and I'm going to write it. Okay. So, the first thing that I want to ask myself is, which of these strategies do I want to try today? And I've already thought about this and I went through, and I really could pick any of them. I think I would be okay with picking any of these, but I'm going to try this one: read another author's words to spark ideas of my own. Okay, so I need to go into my writer's notebook. And like I said before, if I need to, I might need to make a list to start at the top of my notebook. But in this case, I don't think I need to make a list because I kind of already in my mind have an idea of what I'm going to write about. So this is my notebook page, and the author that I actually was, their words that I was using to spark ideas of my own was Sandra Cisneros. And I read her short story 11 along with you. And there was one line in there that really stood out to me, and it made me think of a moment in my own life, or a part of me in my own life that I wanted to write about. So the quote that stood out to me was, and maybe one day when you're all grown up, oop, that should just say up, not up, up, you will need to cry like if you're 3, and that's okay. So it just got me thinking about my own self, and that idea of crying. So if you would like to read my entry, you can pause the video right now. All right, so now that we've gone through what you'll be doing today, again, I'm going to just revisit that you'll be looking through the different strategies. You'll pick one strategy that you want to go with today. If you need to, you can make a list at the beginning of your digital notebook page. Or if you don't feel like you need to make a list and you can jump right into your writing, that's fine. And then you're going to write an entry. Now, keep in mind, these are stories from our life, so they should be personal. They should be reminding you of something in your life. You're not making it up. It's not fictional. It's from your life. Okay. And I'm just going to really challenge you to really try to write today for a sustained period of time. I'm going to say at least 20 minutes. So I should see pretty long entries. You might even have to go on to the next page if you need to in your digital notebook. All right. I hope that you enjoy, and I'm excited to read your entries. Off you go.